It looks a bit different since the last time you saw the car, but I've been doing a lot of carbon skinning and Kevlar skinning, so I decided to take it a step up, and I will show you what I'm going to do now. So these used to be on my side rear windows. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to clean them up, sand them up and everything, get them all nice and tidy. And then I'm going to attempt to make pure carbon pieces from these two. If I can do this, I can do anything. Plan is to sand all this down, make it nice and straight, make it level, because it really isn't. Get it all nice and sanded down. I'm gonna, so this used to be two pieces, so I'm gonna make it into one piece. So I'm gonna put some glue all the way on the sides here, so I can remove the screws, and that I can get a nice flat surface later. Yesterday was I put a trash bag on my mold so the carbon doesn't stick, and then I put another trash bag on top, and I actually vacuumed it using my compressor, but the wrong side. So the side of the where the air compressor blows out, I had to keep that always open, and here where it sucks the air from the and it fills up the tank, I stuck this hose and I put it into my vacuum bag. So I basically made a vacuum with my air compressor, so that's good. But yeah, this is a piece. Look, there is some issues. So like here, I've got the bag showing, so that means that it must have pulled the carbon down. But it doesn't look bad. Like all those little lines that you see is the epoxy from the bag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the sides off, so we can take it out and see what actually happens. And there it is, my first ever full custom carbon air duct. It's fucking insane. You know something? It looks ugly, but it's light as shit, man. Like I'm not. Like you can't. If you look. Where is it? You can't even hear it. Like you're not gonna hear like a boom or something. It's just nothing. No. Let's see. Let's get sun. Now something. If I added a bit more on the sides, it would be perfect. I did not, but I'm just gonna clean everything up, and I might add just a bit more on the sides here, because this piece here, there's nothing underneath. It's like it's very thin there. I don't know what happened. I think it might have pulled the carbon down. But yeah, so this is gonna sit here. Now it doesn't fit because this might be for the other side. But yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, there. Look at that. Okay, so now I just need to make the one for the other side. I might even, because the mold is good, I might even reuse it and make the same one. Or let me just show you. This is how it was. You can see in here that I put like the garbage bag, but I didn't just put it in. So I used the spray adhesive that you use this spray adhesive here, which is mostly for like if you're gonna do your roof, your car roof or something like that, or a dash or whatever, and you're gonna put something else on, then you use this. And I use that for the inside, and I sprayed a lot of that shit, and everything you can, it's coming out very, very good. So underneath I put a lot of tape. So I don't have this issue here like I did with here. But this one, should I make this one or this one? Now you're gonna tell me they're the same. They're not. Actually, different. When I made these, I didn't make them out of one mold. I made 2 molds, and then so each one was for each window, and the difference is the hose. So that one goes in down, this one, if I do it on the other side, the hose will be turned up a little bit, but this one, it will look down onto the radiator, the same as this one. If I put it on the other side, the hose will look more down than up. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything off, clean everything up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut some of the bag, place it in here, try and get it as smooth as possible so I don't have any issues. And I'm going to use this adhesive spray for... Use this stupid thing in here. I'm going to glue the bag inside, get everything nice and straight. I've got my full carbon piece here for inspiration. Try and make it look better. So this is the back side. So I want to try and get it. I will smooth everything out and epoxy it again and everything, but I want to try and get as best as a finish I can get on this piece. Since I know some of the mistakes on that one, I want to try and get this better. So I'm going to do that first, and then we chop up carbon, and I'll show you as I go. I'll show you my carbon pieces cut up. So these are like the little small ones that are going to go in between like the grooves and everything, and where the pipe is going to sit. And the long one, once everything's done, I'm just going to lay it on top of this piece here, so at least this straight piece looks nice. And everything else will match. Like the other one started to, I need to clean it and polish it up, but so I left a bit of extra material in these places because the first one gave me a bit of an issue in this area here. So I've left some loose pieces, but they do have some glue at some spot just to hold it down a little bit, but mostly it's loose. So when it's time to pop off the piece, it will come out easier. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start laying. I'm going to mix the epoxy, start laying the epoxy, put a very light, gentle light coat just for this so the piece can stick a bit easier. And yeah, I've got it all laid up. I'm gonna go and get the bag, put it in, seal it, and then run the vacuum. I said that the last one I've learned from some of the mistakes of the other one, and I'm gonna make it better. Well, it actually came out worse. It didn't come out worse in the inside, like it was much better than this one. This one had more epoxy from the bag and everything. But when I took this off, it would not come off because it got stuck. Look, it even got stuck now, man. So like I was saying, this one got stuck and it wouldn't come out. And if you can see that, the side's a bit bent. So the one thing that I didn't do in here is put masking tape everywhere. If I did that, everything would come out nice and clean like this one came out. So this is the first mold. This is the first one for this one here. And you can see how nice it fits. And not only that, my mold is still clean. So I have no issues. I can reuse it. I can make another one if I want. This one is shit. This one, because like I said, I didn't put masking tape. Everything got stuck together. Nothing wouldn't come out. And it took me hours to take it off. But as you can see clearly, the epoxy does not stick with the bag. Don't know why, from what the bag is made of, but it just doesn't want to stick. Now, the second issue is I trimmed this too much because this is not the same as that one. Because these are different. These are different. So my dumbass was like, oh, I'll just stick this on top like that. I'll get the measurements and cut it. Well, I was trying to go for this shape and I'm gonna end up doing this shape of both of them. I do not like it. I would like if it had more meat like this one, but if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna have a nice showpiece and make another one. I mean, I can make another one if I want, but if I'm gonna have to make another one, which I think I will, it's gonna be for this side. So one side is gonna be looking down, the other side is gonna be looking like in the middle, somewhere like that. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. But in the end of the day, the trash bag vacuum DIY setup actually worked. So yeah, it did not work. Like it actually did. So this one, I've done little sanding to it, and you can see how it is. Like I've put so many pieces everywhere, and it's just one piece is uniformed. So I'm gonna give that a win. You can say whatever you want. You can say the pieces are ugly. You can say they don't match, but for the first time ever making a full carbon piece, which is very, very light. Like, oh yeah, I guess that's the win. I'm gonna sand them down. I'm gonna give them a coat of epoxy inside so I can feel some of the low spots, and actually some of the low spots like in here. I don't want to get the matte finish here. It's because I ran into the carbon. I had no other choice. It was gonna take forever, and if I pour water on it, then it cleans up like this one. So I'm not too mad about it. I'm just gonna trim this one to look like that one. Fucking hell, I really do not like it. I will not be trimming that one, and I'm gonna keep on cleaning this up and see what I want to do. So I decided to make both of them the same. Yeah, same-ish as much as I could. I've sanded most of it down. Doesn't really need anything here. So what I'm gonna do is epoxy it. So because it's gonna need a couple of epoxy layers, I'm gonna show you the one layer, how it looks when it's wet and everything. The epoxy gives it a different look than if you just run water on it. It's gonna have more gloss to it. So I'm gonna show you that. And yeah, that's done. I call this a win. Whatever you say, you can write whatever you want in the comments. Say they're ugly or whatever. But in the end of the day, I made 2 carbon pieces with a vacuum bag, with a trash bag, with a vacuum method. That's how. Yeah. So let's put epoxy on them. My air ducts are finally finished. Look at them. And like I said, it's going to take a couple of coats to get it nice and smooth. But when I do that, then I will clear coat it and it goes back to the spot. And we're done.